I say this often, ain't no age limit on not tolerating disrespect. And I stand by that. But, as I stated in a video a few weeks ago, beefing in your 50s is crazy, B. Welcome to the nation. I'm your president, I'm your host, your tour guide, I'm the owner, landlord, the tenant, the janitor. I mop the damn floor. Salute to the rest of the staff. Taz, Jay, Zoe, Mike Hands, Neff. Anyway, why is Benzino out here wilding? I thought it, I mean, all right. I feel like that's a rhetorical question. I think we all know that it's either one or two things. He either can't help himself, you know what I mean, or he just basically, he's it's promo. I mean, if you're the type of person who don't care about um negative feedback or blowback, pause, all of the disrespectful press and all of that. If you don't care about none of that stuff, then maybe this is a good thing to do. What's not a good thing to do is, well, just at least in my opinion, like I don't know everything and all of that, but I heard things in my lifetime, and I've been places in my lifetime, and I know certain things. What I do know is, anytime you see one of these rappers pulling up in their quote unquote ops hood, taking pictures and filming and all of that, what I do know is their ops are not there when they doing it. To me, that renders all of that irrelevant. It's just, it's a show they putting on to try to do whatever, and it ain't like, it ain't valid to me. Like, niggas is usually there wow early in the morning, wow, you know what I'm saying, or wow late at night. When the night is about to turn in the morning. You know what I mean? Or they sitting somewhere and they watching and waiting until they safe to get out their car and do all of that. And it looks a certain way. They're trying to get it to look a certain way, but why are you doing that in your 50s? What are we doing? We can't sit up here and talk about the youngins this and the youngins that, and the youngins ain't got no the youngins ain't got no respect. They running around here smoking on packs of niggas, pause, and so on and so forth. All of the things that we old elder statesmen disagree with about where the culture has gone or where it's going. How you disagree? How? And you out here? And that's exactly what you do. That's crazy, B. It is, man. Like, that's crazy. It really is. It really, really is. You sit, you sitting in the van. You sitting in the van for 20 something hours, 40 something hours, peeing in a bottle, loaded up, watching the location, in your 50s? Nah, beef in your 50s ain't supposed to look like that. Nah. If you if you find yourself in a situation to be beefing in your 50s, then it need to be some on the spot, something that happened, somebody disrespected you and you ain't tolerated, or you making moves from a comfortable from a comfortable place and sending the youngins to do it. I mean, it's not adding up. So Benzino, he goes to Mom's Spaghetti, which from what I understand is Eminem's restaurant in Detroit. Because I just was derailing. I was just tripping off of it right for a second. He goes to Mom's Spaghetti in Detroit. I don't know what time it was, but I know he was walking around with armed security. Here's the thing. I haven't been to Detroit a lot of times. I've been there a couple of times, right? My partner Sean Price used to be out there regularly. He made a whole album with Guilty Simpson and Black Milk, two Detroit extremely notables. Some might even say legends, right? Big up Random Max. Salute to my boy Hex Murder. Salute to Kanava. I got a couple. Salute to Swift McVeigh. I got a couple of homeboys out there too, right? But my partner came home with stories about Detroit, and from what I understand, that armed security didn't really. I mean, that's just, armed security can always be helpful, but everybody armed out there. I remember I'm Ruck Sean Price, same person for anybody going on. I'm tired of explaining that, but anyway, Ruck came back and told me a story of a time when police drove past him and some of the homies from out there. Police greeted one of the homies, a very legendary homie out there, asked him where they was going. He's like, yeah, we're going down this way, blah, 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 blah. They was like, you got your gun on you? And the homie was like, nah, I don't got my gun. He was like, the police told said homie, go home and get your gun. They tripping up there. This is Detroit. I know my man. I, I I know my partner be making shit up. Well, he used to, say rest in peace. He used to be making shit up sometimes, but I don't think he made. I don't think he did that one. Nope. Nah, be simple. No, seriously. Like niggas ain't playing with you. Like yeah, you was able to get away with doing whatever you did, but what if you wouldn't have been? What if you wouldn't have been, bruh? Yeah, some dudes just looking. The dudes on the podcast that you did. That might have been a that might have been a boost in their ratings. They might have been like, all right, we could use this. Right, it might have been good for them, but then it might not have been good for them too. Even if they got the boost in the ratings, they might got a boost in something else. You just never know, bro. Never know, bro. But play them, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, and I feel like that's, respectfully, I feel like that's a stupid game right there. To be going someplace, doing that, all right, you feel M ain't no gangster. You think M is in front of, you think M is in the back cooking at mom's spaghetti? You think his mom's there? He took a picture with one of the employees and all of that. You trying to get Shorty fired and all of that? You wildin', B. You wildin'. In the interview talking about what M did for Detroit, what M did for the community, he ain't do nothing. Here's a misconception. Here's the thing. Here's just something let me point out there. Whenever it's a rapper, well, I ain't gonna say whenever, but I'm gonna say most rappers. One of the first things we do once we get on is give back to the community. One of the first things we do, goof troop. Like, let me listen. What's the first thing? One of the. All right, let me simplify this. Most rappers put a nigga on at the very least. They try to put their crew on. They get their man a record deal. They get their other man a record deal. They get their home. That literally changes the lives of families in said community. It works. And they do that without it. And they you just do that just as a reflex. So Eminem done put on 5 niggas in D12. Had a hand in the, in that. Royce, Trick. Like, I wouldn't have known who Trick was if I didn't see him on that song with Eminem. You know what I mean? I might have found out later, but after he told all you niggas you couldn't go to Detroit without calling him, I might have found out who he was then, but yeah, son, niggas just ain't playing, son. Everybody ain't playing. You went out there and you ran into a bunch of nice guys. You had security, and whatever interaction you may have had with these people, some nice guys. You went in the studio. You went in this man's business, playing, playing, literally just playing. You went in there, just goes in there playing around. He steals the sign. Yeah, that's cool. Like, that might be like, first, like somebody like M probably don't. Some people don't even care about that kind of shit. I'm gonna just say, I don't know what M think, but I know some people could be like, some people will look at you like, will look at that and be like, you a bird, cause you knew I wasn't gonna be there. Like what is that really doing? But getting you some clout and all of that. But hey, if that's what his intentions are, then the plan is genius. You know what I mean? But I'm not sure that's the kind of. I'm not sure he want all of the attention that could possibly come from a thing like that. You know what I mean? That's all. That's all I'm saying. I had to come on here and say something about it, but this nigga is tripping, B. So he tripping. He on a he on a plane with his shoes tied together, tripping. I'm out. Like the video, comment, share. If you made it to the end of this video, put a green light. Put the traffic sign on because they gonna green light that boy. I always hear, for a long time, I always, in one of my blogs, I was able to say what I stated this. Say what you might about Benzino, but niggas in the street, I don't really hear nothing bad about him. That's not true anymore. I hear dudes in the streets talking terrible about Benzino now. And it's whack. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, they don't, they might not respect you in this white man's industry or whatever. You know what I mean? Even hip hop is ours, but the industry ain't. You know what I mean? Not even sure hip hop ours anymore, but that's besides the point. Regardless of the treatment that you get, in the game, if the streets love you, that does create a sense. It provides a sense of something positive. And I know how they say the streets don't love nobody, but to to the real ones, you know what I mean. When you can go back to your hood and you feel loved. I'm not talking about you being out there doing dirt in the streets with all of the issues. You know, if you out there with the issues.com still, then no, the streets ain't, it is what it is. But if you know you got a hood, you go back to, you got family, you ain't with all of that, you ain't, yeah, you go and they love them. One day I'm gonna take y'all. I take y'all through Brownsville with me, so I can show you, so y'all can see what it is. And people in Brooklyn are afraid of Brownsville. I get it, right? But you can definitely feel the love when I'm out there. And if I'm being honest, it's kind of like that in a all over Brooklyn. At least where we at, and all of the, in all of the spots in Brooklyn where we at, they see your boy rocking this monster, and it be love, right? And that can make a person, like that's a good thing. Don't let nobody tell you it's a bad thing. I know the idea is to get up and get out. You understand what I'm saying? But why they always telling you to come back and put back in? You understand what I'm saying? So it's because it's valued here. Like it's loved. It's a thing. If you ain't got that no more, it get dark. It get real dark. Cause not only is the industry not rocking with you, you getting, what I'm saying, disrespected left and right all over here. Now you gotta come back to the hood and dudes trying to take your melon off. It's not what you want, bro. It ain't. Anyway, I'm out. Rock on. Rock gone. If you made it to the end of the video, put the traffic signs on. If there's a green light, put that one up. That's why I got on green, because it's about to be green light city on Benzino. That's the way it's looking, because this boy, the boy. I'm not laughing, but